Last month I took a short trip to Eastern Sierra to see the fall colors, and I brought a very old kit with me, the Canon R6 and a bunch of compact prime lenses. This is what I created. Check it out.
hits my face and my heart is glad. I don't always feel this way, and that's okay. I am happy.
Well, what a trip. It was amazing. It's always nice to be back in Sierras, but in fall, it is a different experience. This year, I wanted to approach things a little differently. I was by myself. I had a rough idea about what I was gonna do. I booked my campground and everything. But other than that, I was just gonna watch the weather and just move wherever it was possible to shoot. The second morning, the wind picked up so bad. You can see in some scenes, I'm not sure if it's reflecting, but I was scared to leave my tripod with the camera. It felt like it was gonna just fly away and I would lose my camera. I had some bad memories about like tripods falling off. I lost my 15-35 2.8 because of that, so I'm really cautious. That's why I have a lot of close-ups, because I'm holding my tripod. I'm really scared that it's gonna fall. And yeah, the wind was terrible. It went for 2 days. It didn't stop. The whole trip was 3 days, and for 2 days it was windy. One night it snowed. In the morning it was freezing cold. The weather wasn't the best, but I still enjoy it. I just like being there, and that's a part of my journey, right? And these weather conditions usually bring more cinematic moods, and I love it, and I try to reflect it in the video. And it was successful. I got some great photos, great videos. I just made this YouTube video, which I'm really happy about. There's no music in the first half, maybe more than that. I just wanted to feel like I'm back in the Sierras while watching this video. It was super windy. One of the nights I camped, it was the coldest night I've ever done camping. It went down to minus 15 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it was a tough night. You can see at some scenes I'm really cold, and I'm trying to shoot. But yeah, it was the coldest fall trip that I've done to Sierra. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I just used 3 lenses, and they're relatively cheap. The most expensive one is this 35mm f1.8, and the least expensive one is the Meike EF 5mm 1.8, which is an okay lens. It has a lot of defects. I wouldn't call this like one of my favorite lenses, but I needed a long lens, so it just delivered. I knew how to use this. It has some crazy flare, so to avoid that, I tried to keep this lens. I just used it when it was safe. I managed to get some really cool shots. I missed shooting long lenses, so I think I'm gonna start shooting using this lens more, or maybe buy another telephoto lens. We'll see. This 35, I hear a lot of things about its autofocus. If it's in infinity, or if it's in the close focus, the macro focus, trying to get it back to normal can take a long time. It's really frustrating, but you know, it's not a big deal for me. I was just shooting landscapes, so if it was a big deal, I just switched to manual focus and took the shot. I think I used this lens the most in this video, and it was really surprising. I usually use super wide angles more. For some of the close-up shots, it felt really natural. I don't know, I really liked it. I made another video with this lens, which I'll be editing next week. I really like 35. And the other lens I used was the 16mm, which I'm using right now. If you've been following my channel, you know that that's one of my favorite lenses. Doesn't matter what I'm shooting, that lens always comes with me. The overall performance was really good. I usually don't like to change lenses while outside. Getting dust on the sensor really freaks me out sometimes. But this time I did a lot. I did a lot of lens switching. Maybe a zoom lens would be better. Whatever I saw the scene was waiting for, I just let the landscape tell me which lens I should go for. For color grading, I use DEHANCER. I've been using it for my past 10 videos, I think. I love it. Color grading this whole video took me less than an hour, which is amazing. It could get a lot worse. DEHANCER is all I use for color edits. I get a lot of questions. Let me know if you want me to do like a DEHANCER tutorial, or maybe just show how I use it. So yeah, I can just do that if you want. I believe MusicBed has the best library for your YouTube videos. I'm a musician, so it's very difficult for me to like songs in every website. But yeah, MusicBed has a great library. Some of the songs I just listen, like I put it like on Spotify. And the camera, I used my R6 again. It's been years. I think I've been using R6 since it came out. Let me see when R6 came out. Canon R6. Release date. It was released in 2020 and it's almost 2025 and I'm still using it, which is amazing. I see a lot of people talking about not wasting your money on new gear. I might be the living proof for that because I've been using the same camera for almost 5 years now. Wow. Canon R6 is still my favorite camera. Of course, it has some issues. My biggest issue with the camera is the rolling shutter. This camera has one of the worst rolling shutter I've ever seen in my life. I'm really scared to move my camera when I shoot videos. Since I'm using an R6, if I move the camera around, you'll see this jello effect and it's horrible. It's horrible. That's why I usually don't move the camera. And of course, it doesn't have the best dynamic range. But yeah, dynamic range is bad, but it's not as bad as people say. I mean, check my images. It could have a better highlight roll-off, of course. The codec is not the best. I mean, it has a lot of downsides, but I still love it. You know, it's giving me everything I need. I just love the colors of this camera. I've used every camera brand. I used Fuji. I was one of the first people to switch to Sony. But, you know, I just love Canon colors. Canon makes me worry less about the colors and more about what I'm going to shoot, what I'm going to create. So that's the reason I just stick with Canon. Happy holidays, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.